Hello and welcome to the Tarkis ZOne. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be playing a little Black Desert Online, and I just wanted to talk about a couple topics here, but the main topic is going to be around pets. And I know you're going to think to yourself, okay, that's a kind of a sore subject for starting people, that, okay, if I want auto loot to occur, I have to have a pet running around, or I've got to stop and pick stuff up. And the thing about it is yes, that's what pets are great for, especially trying to grind and not having to waste time. So I would say right off the bat is, if you're a newer player in this game, you want to get a pet, and they will do that auto gathering for you. They'll loot for you. But the other big thing about pets is they give you specialized bonuses depending on which pets you have out. And what I want to point out here is the first pet at the top, Scooby, is the only pet I paid for in this game. All the rest of these pets that I have, I earned them for playing the game. So going back to newer player, that if you want the convenience of having the bonus, the passive bonuses, in my case, these are my passive bonuses over here. It's a 6% total. And then obviously these are combat. I do a lot of fishing and I do a lot of processing. So I'm happy with these pets that I have out, and I enjoy having them out because of the passive abilities. I don't do much grinding in this game, so the auto loot function that they do is not going to affect me all that much, but it is going to affect you if you're grinding levels and wanting to play this game with a group at higher levels. Like say you're getting into the 50 range, your group's not going to want to wait up for you to pick up your stuff. You know what I mean? So auto loot's going to happen. You're going to need to have auto loot happening. That means you're going to have one pet. But with that said too, is you might earn that pet throughout getting to those higher levels where it's really going to matter. Maybe you can get away with looting yourself for a while and then earning your pet through the game. I don't remember what quests I did. I know a couple of them were time played, so that's not going to really help you out, because I think you'd have to play the game for like 6 months before you get that pet, that free pet. But they're quite important in this game, and I think that's why they kind of made them the way they are, where you can't really have high access to them in the game because you don't see them come up for sale all that often. And normally when they do come up for sale in the marketplace, they get sniped. You know, it's a bidding process. You get a 1 in 100,000 chance, depending on how many people are bidding for the thing. So, you know, it's really tough to buy pets in this game at this point. They don't come up all that often. So really, if you're going to buy this game or get involved in this game, just know you're probably going to have to shell out a little bit more money just to get at least one pet. And I think that will do it for you for a while, and then you can just earn the rest of your pets throughout the game. The other thing I want to tell you off the bat is there's an expense to having your pets out. You got to feed them. And something that you need to know if you're a newer player, that you do not get the passive buffs if they're hungry. So let's say the icon flashes that they're hungry, and I'll show you what that icon looks like right now. See my icon right here? I'm kind of doing it with my mouse key here. That will flash red when I've got a pet that's hungry. And then when you click on it, it shows you where they are in the food cycle. They're 88% until they'll run out, the ones that I have out. Now, there's a couple ways to go about doing pet feeding. Is obviously get the pet that works, the food that works for you. What I did is I just bought some good feeds. I've only got 5 left. I buy about 100 of them. Now, 100 of them carrying in your inventory, that might not be good for you because there's a weight allowance to it. So maybe keep 25, 30 in your inventory at all times so that you can feed your pets. Because if you can't feed them, they're not going to pick up your loot. They're not going to auto loot for you. They're just going to stop doing all their functionality. They're just going to be a passive graphics cruncher on your screen, okay? Because at that point they're just screwing around with your graphics or may give you lagness. You might as well give them some food. Now, the other thing that I've seen people do, and I've heard people do, is what they'll do is they'll drag see, I'm going to drag the food down into one of my hot bars, like number 7 here. So I'm going to put it in number 7. So my number 7 slot. So if I hit 7, See how it consumed one food, the gauge, and then I'm going to hit 7 again, and then they consume the food, and now I've only got 3 good feed left. The reason why I'm showing you this is you could write a little simple macro on your mouse, if you've got a gaming mouse or a gaming keyboard, that fires this command maybe every 20 minutes. So this way you'll never need to worry about it. Because if the macro fires every 20 minutes and feeds one of your pets, I think that's enough to keep them always fed at all times. So you only will have to make sure that you have the feed in your inventory, so that will occur. Now, I know macros are a sore spot in this game and people frown upon them, but I mean, come on, just for it to do that simply every once in a while for you so you don't have to click on it yourself, that could be bonus. I, for one, click on it myself. I mean, I only come to my keyboard occasionally to play this game, and I go to my feed, I double tap it until they're all fed, and then that's that. I also wanted to get into outside of pets, and if you have more questions about the pets in this game, you can ask those questions in my YouTube channel. I just wanted to point out they are one of the most valuable assets in this game because of what they do and what they can do. And also with pets is you can tier them up by combining. Those are my workers. Sorry. You can, like, I've got one tier 3 penguin because the game kept on giving me penguins. So I had at one point 4 penguins, and they were in my, and I didn't want to sell them. I even got another penguin, a tier 1 penguin. So every time they give me more than 4 penguins, I combine them, and I made this tier 3. And the tier 3 penguin gives you better buffs. So you can actually tier them up from tier 1 to tier 2 by combining them. So if you wanted to go and buy off the auction house or with real money, let's say you buy 4 cats, black cats, you can pair them together to make another tier higher, which you get better bonuses for. So if I were to put away these pets here that I have and just leave my tier 3 pet out, the tier 3 pet alone gives me a 3% towards my life skills, and then the combat and fishing bonus. See that? The combat experience? 3%. And as long as the pet's out and fed, I will get those bonuses. And then I can add other pets out, and you'll see how my bonuses are now, like this knowledge gain chance. I don't really need that right now because of how high a level I am, but if you're trying to get knowledge for a specific boss, you would want these pets, this combination of pets out because of the knowledge gain % chance that gives me. And a higher grade knowledge gain, so it's almost 6%. That must be, I'm guessing it's got to be this Gwen pet. No, it's the black cat that's giving me that. Okay. Oh, it's the eagle that's giving me that. Okay, so it was the. I mean, I know I could probably click on these and get the full details of what each one of them I have. I probably have to have them out. I think I definitely had the Scooby out because of the life skills, and I had the black cat out earlier. See how my life skills are increasing? So that means I probably had this cat. No, yeah, there it is, right there. So that's what I had out initially, these pets here. So when they combo and they're all out and they're comboed, this is the bonuses that I get. And I know that you can click on the pet. See how I did that, and it will tell you. I think you've got to have them out and walking around for you to be able to get to this icon, because it was like and then it tells you what each pet is going to give you for while it's out. Because you see this icon, this information is not available when they're not out, so you can't look at them. So you have to bring them out. And this little penguin here is giving me a 3% towards fishing. And that's not really, that's okay. Let me see if I can get another pet out here. I don't need that knowledge, and that's what this hawk gives me. And then that really only gives me, I've only got two penguins left, so that's probably why I chose the pets that I have. So I've got a choice between the knowledge gainer and the lower end penguin. So that's why those pets were the way they were. And again, I could try to win some pets by bidding in the marketplace, but I'm pretty content with that. Well, I want to also point out, now I just did a video less than a month ago, and this comes down to the pay to win aspect of this game. I know people are really saying this is pay to win. I go to Facebook and I notice a new Black Desert Online commercial image, and people are just commenting pay to win, pay to win, pay to win. And it just kind of, I read these comments and I'm like, well, yeah, if you want to spend money, then it's pay to win or pay to get a higher advantage quicker. But the reality is, and I've been keeping track of my time of what I've played this game. So in 28 days, I think that's what it's been. I did a video like 28 days ago that said that I had hit 5 billion silver. Okay, let me go to my warehouse. So 28 days ago, I had just hit 5 billion silver. As of today, you can see 892,000 silver gain. So by the end of today, I will be at 6 billion silver. So in 28 days, you can make 6 billion silver in this game. And I've only played this game for about 10 hours during those 28 days. Almost 10 hours. So in 10 hours of dedicated time playing this game and the span of 28 days, this is what I accrued for assets. And you're going to say to yourself, oh, you sold everything that was in your warehouse. Well, actually, my warehouse had just hit 7 billion at the time. So I've made 634,000 silver in bank asset in the assets in my warehouse, in addition to on-hand silver of the 892. So I am making money leaps and bounds by dedicating little to no time to this game. So if you are one of those people that think this is pay to win, you're not buying this game for the pay to win. Think about this. If you just, like, say you just bought the game and you're like, okay, I'm not going to start it for a month. I'm going to use Tarkis's techniques and I'm not going to start the game in a month. You'll have 1 billion silver. Just, granted, you're going to need some contribution points. I shouldn't say that. You're going to have to earn some contribution points, and I've got videos on that. And you can burn up through some contribution points. But once you get a base contribution points, this is passive income. This is just income coming in. This is silly how little I have to play this game to get so much silver. Some people argue, well, you're not spending it. Well, the reality is if I spent it, what would I buy it on? Because I'm getting everything I want out of this game, because this game is enjoyable for me. So I'm getting everything that I want out of this game, and I'm having fun, and I will be dedicating more time into the actual node wars and whatnot when winter comes around. But for me right now, this is working beautifully for me. I also wanted to show you quickly is that I did not have the value pack buff during these 28 days. So I made that much silver in 28 days without the value pack running. Now you're going to ask yourself, well, I'm a new player. I need the best advantages I can get. Well, I'm going to show you right now how you're going to get that value pack basically for free. So if you started the game, you got your contribution points, you go about 14 days into the game, then you can do this. So what I do is I hit F3. I go to loyalties. I go to loyalty by 1 day for 1,400. You get 100 of the. You get 100 of these loyalties each day that you're online. So I'm going to buy this. And you're going to say, well, isn't that a waste of loyalties? Well, I've got mostly everything that I can imagine from the loyalty shop, and I got 22,000 of the loyalty that I've earned since playing the game. So 1,400 is not going to hurt me, but actually this thing is huge. It's 30%, for God's sakes. So if you hit I, you're going to find it over here, and see, I got it for 1 day, and it tells me what I'm going to get. So my 30% marketplace sales upon silver collection, you're going to get back. So that's huge. So let's say, I'm going to use this. I'm going to say yes. And now I'm just going to go into my warehouse for the next 24 hours and sell the stuff that I've collected. So I haven't even sold stuff all that much in the last couple days. So in the last couple of days, I haven't really sold anything. So what I'm going to do is go into my warehouse, click Marketplace, and you see I've got 330 of these weapon reform stones. I'm going to click Max, obviously. This is what they sold for, and I'm going to post them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post these for the next 24 hours, and other things that I have in my warehouse that are not very useful to me. Now, I also want to point out, since my last video, I have sold no woods, I have sold no plywoods, I have sold nothing in the nothing outside of these weapon reform stones and some purified water. See how much purified water I got? I was processing river water. Look at that, 1,800 per. I was processing river water for this the 10 hours, of the time that I played this month, while my workers were out making these weapon reform stones. So between the weapon reform stones and the purified water, that's where most of my silver came from this month. I didn't do anything else. I didn't sell anything else. So it is really easy to make money in this game if you just have a little patience. And I'm just trying to help the newer players that are playing on the fence. It really hurts me when I see the Facebook post saying, I'm not even going to bother, it's pay to win, I'm not going to bother. Well, the reality is there's so many different mechanics in this game. You can make some silver and you can buy the gear that you need. And with the game being over a year old, some of the gear is really readily available. You can go to the marketplace, bid on it, and sometimes I see you even go past bid, where you can get the gear that you want if you have the silver. So the question being is, do you want to play the RNG game to enhance your own gear, or do you just want to make some silver and see if you can just snipe it off the marketplace? That's up to you. That comes down to whatever you want to do in the game. Well, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for joining me. This has been the Tarkis Zone.